Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. State Webinar Coordinator of Kerala. Today evening, we have an experienced homeopath who's been practicing for the last 47 years, Dr. G.K. Shanglu sir. He is an expertise in chronic and difficult and allopathically incurable and declared surgical cases. He cured incurable bone disease like osteogenesis imperfecta in the year 1993 and received 3 international awards from Pioneer University, Oxford, England, Open University, Colombo, Sri Lanka, and Homeopathic Bureau, Malaysia. So today we have a great faculty with us. So please utilize this platform. Sir will be talking to us directly. So if you have any doubts in the lecture, we can ask at the end. It's an honor for IHMA Kerala that you are with us. So you can take the session, sir.
Okay. My namaskar to all my Indian brothers and sisters, and good evening to all my foreign brothers and sisters. I first bow my head before my Adhyatmic Sadguru and my great homeopath, late father, Dr. P. N. Shanglu, from whom I have learned a lot about homeopathy. Today, the headline of my lecture is the homeopathic concept of disease and cure. We must first understand what actually a disease is. According to allopathy, disease belongs to physical body. It has no relation whatsoever with the internal of man, that is the vital force. So, when the concept is that the disease affects only the physical body, then its treatment is also totally diverted towards removing the disease of the body. But in homeopathy, we know the truth that a disease first affects the vital force, and from there it is externally manifested on the physical body. To explain it fully, we must first understand what are the constituents of a living human organism. A living human organism is made up of three constituents. Number one, physical body. Number two, immaterial soul. And number three, vital force. It is vital force is a link between the physical body and immaterial soul, having properties of both the things. Actually, when immunity declines, immaterial infection of a disease affects the vital force and brings about a morbid change in it, which is externally manifested on the physical body. So we see that the cause of disease is in the vital force and its material effects are on the physical body. To cure a disease radically and permanently, we must start our treatment from the cause to the effect of the disease. To explain it, I wish to give you an example. Suppose you are sitting in a cinema hall and pictures are running on the screen. If you want that these pictures should not come on the screen, then there are two methods to do it. First, remove the screen, but in this case, pictures will continue coming, but as the screen has been removed, they will fall on the wall. Second, stop the projector from where the pictures are being projected. The second method is correct. To stop formation of pictures on the screen, you have to stop the projector which was the cause of sending the pictures on the screen. This is what homeopathy does. When vital force of a living organism is morbidly altered, it gives signs and symptoms. On these morbid signs and symptoms, we search a suitable homeopathic medicine for the patient, which cures the patient from the cause to the effect of the disease. We must be careful while studying the morbid symptoms of the patient. According to Dr. J.T. Kent, every symptom has its value. The most important or valuable symptoms are those which are uncommon and peculiar. For example, a patient had fever, typhoid was diagnosed after blood test, his symptoms were evening rise of temperature, desire to remain uncovered during fever. The most important or uncommon symptom was dryness of mouth without thirst. Please take care of this symptom, dryness of mouth without thirst. It is a very uncommon symptom. I prescribed Pulsatilla 200 two doses at 15 minutes interval. The next day temperature started coming down and the patient was cured in 2 days. Master Hillman told us that sorts of diseases are formed by the combination of two or all the three mayas. The three mayas we all know are psoriasis, syphilis, and psychosis. The mayas play important role in formation as well as in cure of a disease. I will explain it with a few examples. Example number one, syphilitic mayas. A patient suffering from neuralgia of left upper limb contacted me after allopathy failed. The only medicine which could relieve him of pain was painkiller. Symptoms of the patient: pain in left upper limb running from above downwards in a line. Please take care of this symptom. Pain running from above downwards in a line. Pain used to aggravate at night. The patient had syphilis suppressed by allopathic treatment a few years back. Khan's test was negative. Peculiar symptom of the case was pain in a line. I prescribed Allium Cepa 200 two doses at 15 minutes interval. Improvement started and I had to repeat the medicine after every 4 days. After much improvement, medicine stopped working. I reassessed the case and found Allium Cepa was still then indicated. I immediately thought that suppressed syphilis is playing its role and it had stood like a wall and not allowing cure to be complete. I prescribed Syphilinum 1000 single dose. The improvement is again started and the patient was completely cured. Number two case, psoric miasm. A young man came with two problems. One was disturbed digestion and gastric troubles, and number two was almost complete loss of sexual desire. After thorough investigation, I found that he had wet ringworm on his either groins before these troubles began. He used external application of ring guard, which gradually suppressed the wet ringworm. One thing you should also know that the discharge from the ringworm was thin and sticky. I prescribed the Graphites 200 two doses at 15 minutes interval and repeated it after every fourth day. After 2 weeks or so, as far as I remember, he had started having itching on the groins, and after some time, wet ringworm reappeared. On asking the patient, I came to know that he had much improvement in his both gastric and sexual ailments. I remember it took about 3 months for a complete cure. Later, I gave Graphites 1000 to eradicate the ringworm too, and he was completely cured after some time. Case number 3, psychotic neas. A boy of about 5 years of age had asthmatic complaints since birth. This was told by his mother. The only son of a millionaire businessman, local allopaths advised to consult a specialist at AIIMS, Delhi. The father of the patient, on advice of his friend, tried homeopathy. This case, though, took more than 6 months to be cured, but gave me no trouble in searching the medicine for him. Symptoms of the patient: the asthmatic attacks used to occur during daytime, and the only relief in dyspnea he could get was sitting in knee chest position. Please listen it again. He used to get relief in his dyspnea, in breathing trouble, while sitting in knee chest position. I prescribed Medorinum 200 two doses at 15 minutes interval. Improvement is started. After a few recurrences of the disease, the patient was completely cured. I later prescribed Medorinum 1M with sulfur 200 as an interferent to cure the patient. It took about a year, as far as I remember. It took about a year to be completely cured. Now, I wish to discuss with you about an incurable bone disease called osteogenesis imperfecta. It is still incurable in the allopathic world, but by the mercy of God, I could cure a few cases of this disease through homeopathy. The main symptoms of this disease are blueness of the sclera of eyes, multiple fracture of bones occur by even a very slight injury. Bones unite by use of plaster, but repeated fractures occur and no patient of this disease has survived. It is a rare disease. It begins either during intrauterine life or just after birth. Here I will discuss only one case out of a few which I have been able to cure through homeopathy. Description of the case. Name of the patient, Syed Hassan Kamal. Date of start of homeopathic treatment, 28/10/1992. Age 3 months. Opinion of orthopedic surgeons, definitely allopathic orthopedic surgeons. Children Hospital Allahabad, SGPGI Lucknow, and BHU Varanasi. All of all the doctors at these places diagnosed osteogenesis imperfecta and said that it is an incurable disease. Symptoms of the patient: blue sclera, multiple bone fractures occur, starts in sleep and weeks, excessive perspiration on the scalp during sleep and also when he weeps, coldness of hands, especially feet in the evening, feverish at night, appetite less, thirst normal, stool constipation, large, hard and foul-smelling stool. Mother took many allopathic drugs during pregnancy to avoid abortion. Family history, asthma and diabetes. Treatment, 28/10/1992. First prescription, Nux vomica 202 doses at 15 minutes interval as the patient came after taking too many allopathic treatments. Second prescription, indicated medicine Calcarea carb 202 doses at 15 minutes interval the next day. Thirteen 11/1992. Acute coryza with cough and fever. Aconite nap 30 in distilled water every 3 hours cured. 14/11/1992. Diarrhea occurred. Frothy, forcible and foul smelling stools. Odophilum 30 in distilled water every 3 hours relieved. 16/11/1992. The patient had a fracture on right upper limb on 15/11/92 after a fall. Sulfur 32 doses at 15 minutes interval in the morning, followed by Calcarea carb 202 doses at 15 minutes interval in the same evening. I prescribed this medicine, these two medicines, sulfur 30 in the morning at 15 minutes interval and Calcarea carb 202 doses in the same evening. The prescription was repeated successively on 30/11/92, 17/1/93, 31/1/93 and 15/2/93 with marvelous improvement in the case. The patient had only one fracture on 15/11/92 during the course of my treatment, which too gradually healed. Later on, he had no fracture at all. Later on, he had no fracture at all, even after injury or a fall. The patient was kept under observation for a few months and finally on 10/5/1993, Calcarea carb 1002 doses at 15 minutes interval was given he was hale and hearty with no trace of the disease. By the grace of God, this uh, research paper was read at 51st LMHI International Congress held at Capri, Italy between 2nd to 6th October 1996. I was awarded from Universities of England, Sri Lanka, and Homeopathic Bureau of Malaysia. Thank you very much. If you want to ask some questions regarding this,
Yes, sir.
my
Yes,
this
sir.
paper.
Okay, so I think that was an experience from his whole life. So if anybody having any doubts regarding the case or more than that, please raise your hand and I will unmute you, or you can type your doubts in the chat box. Sir, many have asking why you have given sulfur after the fracture in the case.
Yes, while I was delivering my lecture at Calcutta International Homeopathic, I was asked the same question from one of the doctors, Dr. Sarkar. He said, why you gave sulfur in the morning and calcaria carb in the evening? So I told him that you must have read it, and the person, who has doctor who has asked this question, he must, he or she must be knowing that we have read that calcaria carb acts best when given after sulfur. Moreover, because the patient was psoric, I prescribed sulfur 30 in the morning, and calcaria carb was indicated by his symptoms. So I prescribed sulfur calcaria carb in the evening. And I practically tell you that this gave me marvelous result. I confirmed what I read, that calcaria carb works best after sulfur.
Okay, sir. So, Anjali, Dr. Anjali, can you talk? Hello, Dr. Anjali. I think she's not. Okay, I think that is not okay. Then, any more doubts regarding anything? So, sir, one doctor had asked what are the medicines you use to prescribe for the osteogenesis imperfecta cases?
I generally I got only 5 cases, 4 from India and 1 from Australia. And the Australian homeopath was doing this treatment of that girl on the basis of my this lecture, which was published in the uh, Gazette. Then when he could not get good result, he contacted me, and the patient came under my treatment, and I found that this sulfur and calcaria carb completed my all the 5 cases in general. No doubt, I have to give in between some other medicines as the symptoms were indicated. So I want to tell you that in one of the case, I, I have already perhaps told you that one of the case got diarrhea, severe diarrhea, and he was having symptoms of podophyllum. I prescribed podophyllum, and that worked. So, as we all homeopaths know, that those diseases which have been suppressed and are have not been cured, they recur, and when we cure it homeopathically, then the case which we are dealing is completely cured. More things anyone wants? If
Yes,
no,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have questions, sir. Sir, tell me something regarding the intercurrent remedy.
What intercurrent remedy?
Yeah.
हाँ
How to
ये
prescribe?
हाँ ये we all know that in homeopathy we know that there are three strong pillars on which each and every disease stands: sora, syphilis, and psychosis. We have been taught that we must, while taking the history of the patient, we must ascertain which mayas are running in this case. Sometimes we find that sora, as we all know, sora is present in each and every case. But syphilis and psychosis may be there or may not be there. So when all the diseases are combination, only alone sora cannot produce disease. But when sora is mixed with syphilis or with psychosis or all the three names combined together, then only we get a disease. When we find that this is clear that sora is present in every person, I want to give you an example which will make it clear. I had a patient who had neuralgia in his left upper limb, and he had syphilis about a few years back, and he was treated by allopathy, and they suppressed the syphilis. Trans test was negative, but after 2 or 3 years of suppression of syphilis, he got severe neuralgia in upper left limb, and he tried allopathy, but all failed, and they only gave them prescribed this painkiller and said, then whenever you get pain, take this painkiller. You have no other medicine. When the patient came to me, I my assistant took full case history, and I saw that the syphilis has been suppressed. So I first prescribed the medicine what the symptoms were indicating. There were a very peculiar symptom that the pain was running in a line, and for this only one medicine is there, allium cepa. I prescribed allium cepa, which improved the case. But after some time, though the symptoms were there, even then allium cepa was not working. I immediately thought that it is the miasm because he has syphilitic miasm. Yes, it is the miasm which is not letting us to get him cured. So I gave him syphilinum, which relieved the symptoms, and the improvement started, and the patient was completely cured. Similarly,
Okay.
when I want to, this is a syphilitic case. I want to give you an example. A patient of renal stone, a young man, having very small stone in his left kidney, 6 mm stone, single stone. He tried 3 homeopaths, but they could not remove it. Every time USG was the same as it was before. Then those homeopaths who failed, they advised them to consult our senior. And he came to me. Please listen this case very carefully because this is going to give you a great knowledge. When the patient came to me, I asked his symptoms and found that that he had syphilis in the past, and that was suppressed. So I started with allium cepa, which relieved, but when the patient stuck up at one place, I prescribed cefilinum only to remove the wall which was just standing in between cure and uncure. Uh, Cefilinum relieved the syphilitic miasm, and so the patient was completely cured. I am giving you another example, which was I was just telling you. A patient of renal stone who was having 6 stone in his left kidney was unable to be cured by 3 homeopaths. They advised me to come to me, and when all his symptoms, he told me that before having renal pain, I had a wet ringworm on my both the groin, and I applied ring guard which suppressed it, and after a few months I got renal pain. I thought that this suppression of soda caused this disease. I asked the symptoms of the patient of that ringworm. He said he had itching, wetness, and the discharge from the ringworm was sticky and thin. I immediately prescribed him graphite 202 doses at 15 minutes interval. After some time, he said that he he felt that something has passed out of his urine. He came to me and told me this thing. I asked him to go for a USG, and USG was completely normal. See this thing. You you will not find graphite a medicine to remove stones from kidney, but because of the symptoms which caused this disease, I prescribed on that symptom and I got result. In this reference, I want to narrate a very important case from a world famed homeopath, Dr. Lippi. You must have read his books. Dr. Lippi's assistant was dealing with a millionaire case, a person who was millionaire and he has lost his sexual power. He was treating him, but he could not cure. Then he advised that you should go to my senior, my guru, Dr. Lippi. He studied his full case and asked the same question as I asked from my patient. He said, please let me know after which disease or after which happening you lost your this sexual power. He said I had this parotitis on my left side of the face, and when Dr. Lippi asked the details of that case, he said, I still remember what happened. I had left-sided parotitis with fever. I went for allopathic treatment. I was cured on the left side, but it shifted to my right side. I again got treatment for right side of parotitis. It again shifted to the left side. And from left side, it was completely gone. Dr. Lippi asked his assistant to give him lactaninum 1000 and he will be cured. If any medicine other than lactaninum is needed, that will be pulsatilla. But pulsatilla was never needed. He was completely cured with lactaninum. This is how it is the beauty of homeopathy, how we prescribe. Anything more?
Yes, sir. There are many questions, sir. Uh, Calcaria evening best and after sulfur morning. If the patient is psoric only or any other miasm also.
Yes, yes. You know that sulfur is strong anti-psoric medicine, and no one is without soda. So you have to use sulfur because you have to remove the sora to come to the point to cure the disease. So, and because we have read that calcarea carb acts best when given after sulfur. That's why I gave him sulfur in the morning and calcarea. I gave sulfur in the morning because and calcarea carb in the evening. I gave sufficient time to sulfur to work upon the patient, and so I gave calcarea carb in the evening. But that was indicated in that case, and it gave me so good result that I cannot tell you anything more.
Yes, sir. Then, sir, some questions for a condition like pityriasis versicolor. Suggest any medicines, any specific medicines for
For
pityriasis versicolor.
we, if we are a true homeopath, don't ask me medicine for the name of the disease. This allopaths do, we don't do. We like symptoms. We please let me know the symptoms, then I can
Okay,
prescribe.
okay. I will ask them. Sir, just can you tell me how to say how do you select potency?
Yeah, yeah. This is my I say this is my experience, which I have learned from my father too. That I start in general from the medium potency, 200, and I have got best results. I have cured in 40 years. I perhaps rarely prescribe 10 potency. I have cured from 30 to 1000 potency. I think 99% of my cases. So this is not if a patient, some good homeopaths have suggested, if the patient has more pathological symptoms, then try to prescribe lower potency. And if he has more on the this in upper plane, in immaterial plane, then prescribe higher potency. This is the uh, experience of our great homeopath. What I do, I have said that I start with 200 potency generally, sometimes with 30, and in general I start with 200 and gradually repeat it after when the this improvement stops. I again repeat the medicine, and after when the 200 potency stops working and the symptoms are the same, then I go higher, 1000%. This, being a science student, I want to let you know a very simple thing. In our lower classes, we have learned if we have a little water and we put sugar on it, on uh, uh, after some time it will vanish in it. But if we will put some more sugar, after some time it will not vanish in this water. This is that the saturation point. Similarly, if we are giving 200 potency, if it has saturated that stage, it will not work. If the symptoms are the same, you have to go higher because that potency has worked its work. Now you have to go to higher potency because the symptoms are the same. Okay, more?
Okay, sir. So in cases of any suppression of previous ailments,
Yeah.
irrespective of previous present complaints, we should give remedy for the past suppressed ailments.
If we get, as I have just told you, that great Dr. Lippi prescribed on those suppressed symptoms, because the patient was not being cured by the symptoms which were present at that time, or his assistant was not asking that important question on which a prescription should be diverted. You have Dr. Heyman, one thing I remember Dr. Heyman, wonderful thing he has suggested. When you are taking case of a patient, your all the senses must be open. One thing or one sense is open and the four is closed, you can't reach to the cause of the disease. Your everything, I in this reference, I am giving you another case. When I was busy in my chamber, a young man came without asking from my compounder. He came in my chamber crying that he had severe renal pain on the right side, in the right renal region. He was having severe pain and he was crying. I asked him symptoms. He could not tell me. I, on my experience, asked my uh, compounder to give him belladonna 1002 doses and let him sit and wait. After 10 minutes, he came again in my chamber crying that I have no relief at all. But by the grace of God, he acted in a way which gave me symptoms. I I am telling you the another case. Patient is not telling you any symptom. But what he did, you are seeing me, please look at my finger. What he did, I am copying his symptoms. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. He was just, the pain was just coming suddenly, remaining for some time, going out suddenly. And he was putting one fingertip at one point. I immediately prescribed Kali Vichromicum 200. And I tell you, on that day, by the mercy of God, some allopath young person, MBBS, was sitting there to consult me. He saw all these things. When he came to me, he said, who says that homeopathy takes longer time to cure? I saw your first medicine did not work and second medicine immediately within 5 minutes he was completely cured of his pain. Our painkillers cannot remove this pain in such a short time. This happens when we get a good symptom or an uncommon peculiar symptom. I have heard from my many assistants, doctors, who said, well, sir, Kali Vichromicum is not a medicine for renal stone. Then how you could prescribe Kali Vichromicum? I immediately replied, homeopathy needs symptoms. An uncommon peculiar symptom, if you get and you prescribe on that symptom, you will get marvelous results. Kali Vichromicum, pain increasing sudden, decreasing sudden, and most important symptom at one point. This, this for this reason, I prescribed Kali Vichromicum. I got immediately. More questions?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, we have one person had asked regarding the pityriasis. Now she told the symptoms, the white patches mainly on the chest and back of chest without much itching.
Yeah.
That is only symptom sheet or explained written in the chat box.
This he has to ask more questions. The patient will not tell you. You have to ask more questions. One thing you have to ask whether he had any his family histories of syphilis or psychosis or tuberculosis even. In such cases, tuberculosis plays a very important role. In this reference, I let you know another case. A boy of about 10 years or 12 years of age from a village was brought to me from his father. He had a year's treatment of an allopath, but he had a this ulcer on his right lower limb, and that ulcer was not healing at all. Allopath tried their best, but that could not be healed. When he came to me, I asked his symptoms and found that he has tuberculosis in family history. I started with tuberculina because no other symptoms were important to prescribe upon. I started with tuberculin, and believe me, he started having improvement and a very fast improvement. Within a month, whole ulcer was completely cured. This happens if he has pityriasis. You have not to stop at that point that the patient is saying that he is suffering from pityriasis and there is this simple symptom. You have to go in deep in the case. You have to search. It is your duty. If you will not search the right thing, you can't prescribe the correct medicine. You ask him and verify whether he is a syphilitic case or a psychotic case or a combination of two or three. Then you can prescribe. And what are the important symptoms at present? One thing I found what he said that it has almost no itching. This is one important symptom on which you can prescribe Cicuta virosa 202 doses at 15 minutes interval and see what happens.
Okay, sir. Sir, any experiences in teachers regarding how to approach for mental diseases and one-sided diseases?
Yeah, mental diseases.
Yes, sir.
What is mental diseases? Yeah. Mental diseases, it is my experience. I found that people who remain gloomy, sad, or people who are very having more irritation in their mind, they are mostly suffer from this mental disease. So in such cases, we go back and found what are the symptoms from where, what is the cause of start of this disease. Moreover, I also try to find out is there any person in the family who had madness, tuberculosis, syphilis, or psychosis, or suppressed ringworm or eczema. In most of the mental cases, I have found tuberculosis in the background. But there is a cause which is deep and there is a cause which excites the disease. Patient was having tuberculosis in the family that was present in him as a miasm, and because he was very irritable, sometimes he was so angry, but his mental balance became abnormal. In such cases, I start with Staphylococcus aureus and later on I give tuberculina. And I have got marvelous results. In some cases where people are very gloomy, in those cases I have used Ignatia and Natamur, and in some cases acid form. which have given me best result. Anything more?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, is it one case was one skin case was asked in the chat box.
Hmm.
Blackish discoloration of
Black
skin.
is difficult. Yeah.
There is a history of bronchial asthma.
Bronchial asthma with black spots on the skin.
Yes, 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 sir.
The patient is chilly or hot.
Please write down chilly or hot, doctor. Uh, Sir, I think she's not writing. Sir, one other question is there. Sir, the patient is chilly.
Patient is chilly. Oh yes. If the patient is chilly and this asthmatic trouble is there, then arsenic will help him. Arsenic album.
Okay, sir.
And one more medicine, Vipera. Vipera.
Okay. Sir, so many patients come with the complaint of ringworm. Any special way to treat him or her other than PQRS symptoms?
This in homeopathy, you have to ask the symptoms. There is no shortcut. If you are not following the true measures of homeopathy, you are not going to cure the patient. You have to ask the many people come. I tell you my experience. A patient came to me. He had ringworm or say eczema, and when I saw it was red patch he had for the last 1 or 2 years. He had allopathic treatment, but that they too could not be suppress this disease. When he came to me, I asked him symptoms. He said, I have this red patch on my thigh for the last 2 years. I asked, what is the trouble in it? He said, I have no trouble except that this is a red patch on this my right thigh. You must have read in the book that eczema without it itching, only one medicine is there, Cicuta virosa. And that medicine cured that patient.
Okay, sir.
If the this ringworm or eczema is wet and this wetness is sticky, thin, you will prescribe graphite. Come
Okay, sir.
more. If you have one of my case said, doctor, I am having this ringworm on my groin and I don't get itch unless I undress. Very important symptom. Unless I undress, I don't get any itching in this trouble. This shows a very important symptom, and there are two important medicines. Such cases, if you will ask, mostly you will find they are having tuberculosis in their family. You start with Rumex, it will give marvelous result. If it cures completely, then no tuberculinum is needed. Otherwise, such patients will be completely cured after a dose of tuberculinum.
Okay, sir.
And a
So,
third case, my experience. One patient came to me that he was having itching all over the body, had psoriasis patches, and you know that homeopathy only can cure psoriasis. There are no treatment in any other pathy. Though in homeopathy too, psoriasis takes time to be cured. I tell you what a marvelous symptoms I got in one case. He was suffering from psoriasis all over the body, and for the last 5 or 6 years he was under allopathic treatment. When they failed, he was advised to switch over to homeopathy. And he, by the way, came to me. When I asked his symptoms, you listen this important symptom. When I asked when you get this itching, he said I can get itching at any time. I asked how you get relief from this itching. He said when I stand before a fan, when I get cold air around this my body, I get relief. I prescribed Kalibicromicum, and Kalibicromicum alone cured that patient. This is
Okay.
most important. If we will not follow true homeopathy, we are not going to cure a patient.
Okay, sir. Sir, how to treat lipomas and keloids? What is approach?
Yes, yes, yes. This one thing of my experience. I am coming to keloid first. I have cured by the mercy of God. I have cured so many cases of keloid. What I have found, my father also uh, gave me this lesson. In these days, in the past, about 10 years back, it was more customary to have so many vaccinations. This vaccination, I have found, is the main cause of making patient susceptible to keloid. So, Thuja is one of the medicine which have cured so many cases of my keloids, and Silesia is the other medicine. And if the patient is having a family history of tuberculosis, then I have also used tuberculinum in between. And I have told by these three medicine most of the cases, most of the cases. A few cases go away from these symptoms, then I have used the medicine which was indicated at that time. More dear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dr. Sunita, you can unmute your phone and ask a question. Dr. Sunita?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good
Sir,
evening.
I just wanted to ask you regarding one case. A 3.5-year-old girl, suddenly one afternoon when she gets up from sleep, actually the presenting complaint was sudden onset of stammering. The girl was,
Yeah,
yes, the girl was very goodly, fluently speaking English at the age of three and a
yeah.
half, and suddenly she started stammering. So when I probed how the stammering started, was there any incidents before that? So the mother said that just 2-3 days before this stammering started, the child one day woke up from her sleep in the afternoon, and she found her parents in a compromising position.
Oh,
So the child just turned away. So I asked what was the reaction. The child just turned away, went and picked up her toys and started playing. So after that, within 2-3 days, this started. And then the mother thought that the child is, purposely doing all this. So she confronted her. Why are you doing this? You didn't have any problem and you'll have to be given injection and all that. And then the child started becoming more and more, she started stammering. And now the condition is in last 1 month, this is continuing. And the mother says that only when the mother is around and the child realizes that mother is around in the room, the stammering is more when she comes to interact with the mother. It is not always there. It is not always with the same words. So I tried giving, I gave her carcinosin because the child is a very obedient girl, because the mother had told her that if you see somebody changing dress, you should turn your face. So that is what she did on that day. So whether it was fear, so I even gave her stramonium, but the stammering is not going away, sir. So can you help me?
definitely, definitely. By the grace of God, you will definitely solve this case. And one thing I want to, yeah, that case is very clear. The trouble began with a nervous shock on the patient. Now let me know whether the patient, that girl, is very nervous in nature.
So the girl as such, apparently she's not nervous. She's a very chirpy girl, always playing. She is singing songs, drawing,
No,
reading, trying to read books, and she's very
that is
obedient.
no, no, that is okay. That is
O-
okay.
Okay.
This is some thing deeper which I want to know, because the remedy is hidden in this question.
Okay.
If the patient is very nervous
Okay.
because she saw in a compromised position,
Hmm.
and that gave her a shock
Correct.
on her nerves, and that caused the disease. Unless you will go on the cause, if the patient is very nervous, you give her gelsemium 1N. If it fails, first give sulfur 200 dose, and then repeat this Ignatia 1000.
Okay, sir.
This
Okay.
works, then only your patient will be cured. But don't forget that the patient's cause of disease was this nervous shock. Your medicine must be diverted on that reason.
Okay,
Okay?
sir. Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, many people have asking regarding the kidney, your experience in chronic kidney diseases or kidney related functions, sir.
Kidney diseases.
Yes.
Yes. My reply will always remain the same, that I follow true homeopathy. I, as Hahnemann has said, individualize every individual case, and you will get the symptoms of that patient, and only then you can search medicine for that patient, and you can cure a patient. One of my allopath friends said, if a patient, five patients are coming to you suffering from tuberculosis, will you prescribe five medicines on five cases? I said it is just possible in homeopathy. If all the five, we don't prescribe on the name of the disease. You diagnose a group of symptoms. You call it a tuberculosis case. We don't prescribe on common symptoms. Tuberculosis is diagnosed on a common symptom. We don't prescribe on common symptoms. That is a common in a disease. Me clear it. I got a patient of typhoid. He first contacted allopath. He said, "You can't be cured before a week." He started his medicine. Then someone suggested him to switch over to homeopathy. He came to me. When he told me the symptoms, he was having a very clear symptom of, he was having high fever in the evening, and when the fever is very high, he has dryness of mouth with no thirst at all. What is the common symptom? If your mouth is dry, you are having high temperature, you must have increased thirst for large quantity of water, but you have having no thirst at all. This is uncommon and peculiar, and medicine is prescribed on these symptoms, not on the basis of typhoid. He was having in the rise in temperature in the evening, no thirst at all, with high fever and with dryness of mouth. And the third important symptom was that he wants to uncover his body. These, these all the three symptoms are covered by Pulsatilla. I gave Pulsatilla 200, and within 2 days he was completely cured. And allopath was saying that you can't be cured before a week. So this is, you must not forget the master, the Hahnemann, our Hahnemann, who is the master of this pathy, he has said that individualize every case of disease and you will find some separate symptom in that case. That allopath, when he asked, say, if these two my patients are sitting here, both are suffering from tuberculosis, what will you prescribe? I asked one of the patients, he said that, sir, I am having pain, stitching pain in chest. With I are all the tubercular symptoms, and I have stitching pain in the chest. At one point, said I will give Kali carb to this patient. One point, stitching pain, Kali carb is best covers this test cases. I have given Kali carb in such cases to my patients, and I have got results, good results. Another case says I have large thirst for water. I have pain in whole of my chest. When I cough, I just put my hand pressure on my chest. I prescribe Brahmia and got result, immediate result. So, two TB patients in allopathy, they will give the same medicine, but we are giving the two different medicines to two patients of tuberculosis. Every individual case has its individual symptoms. For this thing, I want to explain you. You all people have read in your lower classes Pascal's experiment. Different types of, you take a glass, you take a katora, you take a thali, and you take different pots of different size. Put water on every pot. The water will take shape of that pot. Similarly, tuberculosis has common symptoms, but when it comes in A, it takes shape of A. When it comes in B, it takes shape of B. When it comes in C, it takes shape of C. You have to prescribe according to the uncommon peculiar symptom of that patient. Then only you will be successful in curing your patient. Is it okay? More?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay, sir. So, toothache developed after biting hard substance. Patient is feeling uneasiness with pain.
What? I could not understand. Please repeat.
Toothache developed after
Toothache.
biting. Yeah,
Toothache after
biting hard substance. Patient is feeling uneasiness with pain.
Is he gets relief by warm water or cold water? Very common symptom. Every patient must be asked this question in case of toothache. There are two groups of medicines. One group of medicines is relieved by cold water. Another group of medicines relieved by hot water. You can't prescribe medicine in Pulsatilla when the patient is getting relief by hot water. This James, please must read Dr. James Tyler Kent. He has very neatly described all these differences. If you will prescribe Pulsatilla in cases where the relief is by warmth, you will not get relief. So let me know what is this difference. That I will give you a group of medicines and which medicine exactly suits according to the symptom that will cure the patient. One thing I must tell you, because he had used hard things and the pain is there, his nerve is injured. So first medicine to be given is Hypericum 202 doses. He will get relief, but complete cure will be by the medicine which is indicated. More.
Okay, sir. Dear participants, if you have any doubts, please put it in the chat box. Don't ask free half symptoms. You just complete whatever you are trying to ask, sir. Otherwise, we can wind up the session.
What is the time I have don't I have
8:10,
lost
8:10, 8 p.m. 10, 8:10. Okay, no problem, sir.
8:10.
Yes, sir.
8. I have enough time. You can ask more questions.
Yeah, people are please. How to manage reserved and introvert patient who doesn't answer much during case taking?
Yeah, this you have to you have to not to see your pockets to fill your pocket. You have to give time to that patient. If you really want to cure that patient, he will not tell you. You uh, remove all the person who is uh, with them, with the patient, I mean, and ask symptoms while you and the patient is alone. So many things are there which patient does not want to share with in presence of others. I have so many times I got the bahu of the patient, bahu of the family was not replying to my questions. I asked all the accompanying persons to go out of my chamber. I asked that lady, then he told me that my mother-in-law is so cruel that due to her harassment, I am having all my trouble. My my case was clear. I could cure her by Ignatia, Metramure, and Staphylococcus because she had severe anger too, suppressed. So you have to do hard labor in such cases who don't give you symptoms.
Okay, sir. Actually, I got it's a mistake. Actually, it's 9:10, sir. No problem.
9:10, I
Okay.
don't have any problem. You can
Okay, sir.
continue it
Okay,
up
sir.
to
Okay. There are
9:30.
many questions. Yes,
Uh,
sir. Yes, sir. There is
I,
another question.
one thing I want to let you know that I feel very happy when I tell my experience to my other dear ones who can. I go to satsang for the last 20 years. So I want
Okay.
that every patient should be cured through homeopathy. If my brothers and sisters are curing them, I will be very happy. I will like to share my experience with all my brothers and sisters
Oh,
so that they can cure so many patients
okay,
who
sir.
are suffering from diseases.
Sir, there is a doubt from Dr. Sangeeta. The
Yeah.
migraine before menses,
Hmm.
mostly right-sided, with the
Yeah.
bright zigzag lines before vision, before
Hmm.
headache,
Hmm.
better by heart pressure.
By
Heart pressure.
heart pressure. Whether uh, all the people who are listening me, all the homeopaths who are listening me, please make it a point today. In every case, you must ask this question and you will be very successful. Whether he gets relief from hot or from cold. There are two groups of medicine. Pulsatilla is relieved by cold. Silesia is relieved by hot. So you can prescribe medicine easily and correctly and can cure your patient. If this she gets migraine before menses, what is the question, please?
Yes, yes, yes. I think she haven't replied to me. So we can go to the next question. I think Dr. Sangeeta, are you there? If you can ask something more, then okay. I think severe. Sir, there are many questions with a few symptoms. Can I ask you?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay, severe pain on piles during menses, infertility, uterine fibroid, nervous.
He wants to know about medicine for piles or for fibroid.
That is a good question, sir. Medicine for their conditions actually.
For both will have separate symptoms. And if we get a common symptom in both, suppose piles, burning pain relieved by warmth, pain remains long after stool. There are so many symptoms. You have to work hard for getting symptoms if you want to be successful. Suppose the patient is having piles, bleeding or non-bleeding, pain starts after stool, it remains long for long duration and is relieved by warmth. Ratania is the first medicine to be thought of. If the patient is having pain, burning in rectum after stool and cold application gives relief and there is stitching pain, then Epismel will give you relief. There are different symptoms. You have to ask every question
Okay.
unless you get the correct medicine.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir, there are many doubts regarding the how you deals with the infertility cases and any examples, case example.
Infertility case, perhaps uh, I have just read that case. I
Okay, sir.
start the process is the same in every case. I start taking full cases. My assistant does it. He takes full case history, what patient says, his present history, his past history, his family history. Then when that whole case comes to me, I ask which thing is missing in it. In infertility cases, in male or female, in which case?
There are many questions with the oligospermia, like so many conditions from the infertility were asked. Suppressed,
But
so many cases actually.
infertility, if the male is having no this sperms, infertility will be there. If a male member is okay and there is some trouble with the female partner, then infertility will be there. So, let me tell you about a male person. A male was having a very few motile sperms in his this and after the test, this was revealed that he is having a very few sperms motile. He was not having issue. When I asked full case history, I found very important. I am narrating which I have just remembered one case. He was having severe ringworm in on his groin for the last many years, and he was using external manifestation to remove it. And after during that period, he was married, but he could not have any issue. Then when he was tested, his semen was tested, it was found that sperms are almost nil. So when allopaths tried, they could not cure. The patient came to me. I asked full case history, and I found that he had severe ringworm ongoing. Many times it recurred, and all the times it was suppressed by external use of medicine. I asked symptoms of ringworm because after studying whole of his case, I did not find any important symptom. Then I concentrated on this ringworm. He said, I always get ringworm, itching is there, and when I scratch, I get discharge on the spot, and that discharge is sticky and thin. I got the symptom and the medicine. I started with Graphites 200. After some time, that ringworm patch which was suppressed recurred with same symptoms, and I continued the same medicine because the symptoms did not change. I continued. They started appearing and disappearing, appearing and disappearing. So the whole poison which was suppressed and was present in the blood in another form, and this thing has caused the sperm to die. When this ringworm completely came out and blood was completely purified, I got his semen tested, and believe me, he had built absolutely normal semen. More.
There are more doubts, sir. There are some cases. Uh, I will read. Chronic hair loss due to
Hair loss due to
family history of heart
hello,
disease.
hello. I could not hear because your voice cut off.
Okay, sir. So it's a chronic hair loss
Hmm.
due to weariness of life.
Due to
Weariness of life. Weariness.
hmm. Wearing. Yeah. Huh.
Always late, so hurry and tired.
Hmm.
History of chronic skin disease.
Yeah.
Family history of asthma.
Yeah.
Family history of heart diseases.
Hmm.
Chilly patient.
Yeah.
Curses use bad words and repents about it.
Hmm.
History of masturbation in childhood and puberty.
Yeah. Male or female?
That is, I think it is male, sir.
Huh.
Male.
So, in such cases, I ask one question more.
Okay.
Does he take excess of salt in his food?
Dr. Preeta, please answer. Sir has asked regarding the whether he's taking excessive salt or not. I think she's okay, sir. You can continue with the if he's taking salt,
Uh,
then
if he is taking excess of salt, he must normalize it. Moreover, if he is very he has got shock, any type of shock due to death of his near and dear one, then this is also one of the cause. So in my case, I ask all these questions. Then I come to the conclusion. If this thing is there, the patient is having loss of hair due to some anxiety, taking excess of salt, natron more 200 will work marvelously. If patient is very irritable and he suppresses his anger, I remember one case when I was studying in first year of my BHMS course. a patient, a Muslim patient, young man came to my father for hair loss. And my father asked many questions and came to know that he is very irritable. He is very irritable, and he is youngest in his family. His elders, on a simple thing, take him to task, and he can't say anything. He can't express his anger. He all the time has suppressed anger, and on account of this, he had fall of hair. My father immediately prescribed Staphysagrina 200 doses and repeated it when I don't remember after how much time he repeated, but only Staphysagrina cured that case because the cause was suppressed anger. In my case, I have cured so many cases of hair loss by acid fast, natramur, and Staphysagrina, and some cases by Ignatia. All those have these mental shock, anger, grief. They have cured such cases. In other cases, when I get special one, I have cured with Meserium. He had severe hair loss. He had eruptions on head. These eruptions discharge and form thick layer over the scalp. On this very symptom, I prescribed Meserium, and Meserium cured hair loss and also the eruptions on the scalp. So many symptoms are there. You have to work hard. You have to find out what may be the reason and what are the symptoms. If you will prescribe according to true homeopathy, you will be definitely successful. There is no shortcut in homeopathy.
Okay, sir. So I think we are. I think it is 9:30, sir. I think the doubts are over.
If
Can we wind
some
up this?
if some important questions are there, I want to help my brothers and sisters
Okay, sir.
so
Okay, sir.
that
Please,
their
please ask for the some doubts, sir. Please, please. Remedy, sir, many are actually. I am not asking you the questions because many have asked regarding the condition.
Hmm,
Okay. So not some people are just seriously asking some questions. I will tell you.
hmm, hmm.
Five. So many questions. So many
If
questions.
there are so many questions, you can put it down on black and white and give me time after a week or two. I will again come and satisfy them.
Okay, sir.
And
Okay, sir. No problem.
and
I will ask the one
I
last
will
question,
give
sir.
you
One last.
I will give you 15 minutes more. You ask
Okay, sir. No
some
problem.
questions.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, sir, there's a case fibroadenoma of the breast, bilateral,
Yeah,
operated
yeah,
6 months back, but
yeah,
it reappeared back.
yeah.
There is pain before menses when there is
Hmm,
pressure in the
hmm,
chest.
hmm.
Uh, that it is hard 15 days before menses, and after menses it becomes soft. The
Yeah.
patient is hot and thirstless.
Hmm.
She's an extrovert and desire dancing.
Only the symptoms which you have given me, on these symptoms, and I can prescribe. If she gets pain on pressure, plumbum is the best medicine to be given to relieve the pain. To cure the patient, if she is this hardness and pain aggravates during or just before menses and relieved after that, you ask more symptoms, you will, if it is in calcarea carb is indicated, this medicine is indicating calcarea carb and conium. Select medicine according to the symptoms of the patient. And you are again doing the same wrong thing, that you must have to ask family history. She or her past history. Has she ever suffered from tuberculosis, or she in her family anyone has suffered from tuberculosis or cancer? My experience says in such cases, mostly I have got family history of tuberculosis or cancer. You must prescribe according to the indicated symptoms. As you say that the pain begins, this nodule becomes hard, painful before and during menses, and relieved after. Calcarea conium is the most important indicated.
She had
Good.
given conium and calcarea without any relief. No
Nice.
history of TB in family.
And no history of.
History of tuberculosis in family.
I tell you, the patient does not know whether his family history is given to her correctly or not. Use your experience. You use carcinosin and at times tuberculinium before the indicated medicine, and you will, I am sure, you will get the correct result. This conium and calcarea carb is correct medicine, because, but it is not working because a big wall of this family history is stood before the cure. And this, my experience says, I have always got relief if patient says, no, sir, our family history is free from cancer and tuberculosis. I don't believe. In such cases, I search according to my experience, and when I found that tuberculinum must be given, I give tuberculinum first. When it, and mostly my experience works, and tuberculinum give when tuberculinum is given, and after that calcarea carb or conium is given, patient starts improving. And one thing more I tell you, in such cases, I have got relief with Bellis perennis 30 and Calcarea floor 30. If the patient has got injury, then Bellis perennis will work and she will be cured. If the patient has very hard nodule, Calcarea floor will help, but indicated medicine must be given. In such cases, I am telling you my experience. I gave conium and calcarea floor 30 if there is not a case of injury. Calcarea floor 30 4 times a day. After a week, patient says that I am getting relief. After some time, she said, now I am getting no relief at all. Then I worked on her family history and found that there was history of tuberculosis. I gave tuberculinum. I start with 200 potency. I gave tuberculinum 202 dose. Next week she came and said, I have again started improvement. So this happens, you have to take care of everything. Miasm, indicated symptoms, everything must be taken in account, then only you can cure chronic diseases. Otherwise, chronic diseases will trouble you. You have to take care everything. If you are giving correct medicine, you are giving conium and calcarea carb in this case, this is, both the medicines are correct. But if it is not working, this means either SORA or tuberculosis or psychosis or syphilis is hindering this case. Search out the miasm and give anti-neoplasia medicine, and after that use the indicated medicine. You will definitely get relief. Okay, more
Okay, sir. Remedies for seizure.
for
Develop
Fisher,
seizure,
Fisher,
seizure, fits.
fits,
Con-
fits.
Convulsions developed after
Yes,
brain
yes.
damage.
The,
Developed after brain damage during birth. Hypoxia and hypoglycemia.
hmm,
Chilly patient, female,
hmm, hmm,
prefers salty and spicy foods,
hmm,
disturbed sleep,
hmm.
dislikes sweet, loves music.
अच्छा. Yeah, if this case has started due to long duration of this labor pain,
Yes,
if
I think
the
it is
huh,
like that.
such cases generally occur in when the labor pain is very long and baby comes out after a long struggle. In such cases, brain is damaged. Moreover, oxygen is not supplied to the brain. These are the two causes. In such cases, you can use arnica 1000, Balis perinis 1000, and carbovate because of loss less supply of oxygen. These three medicines are according to the cause of the disease. But the correct medicine, according to homeopathy, will be prescribed on the symptoms of the patient. If you get some uncommon and peculiar symptom, that will only indicate you the correct medicine. And this depends on your intelligence, how you get the correct symptom and thereby the correct medicine. But these three medicines must be remembered because these three medicines are on the cause of the disease. So,
Okay,
anything
sir.
more? Anything more?
There's another case, sir. Uh,
One thing
swelling.
in this reference, one case I got, the baby was delivered normally, but she was having such trouble. When I got deep in the case, I found that the mother was tortured, tortured during pregnancy, and child which born was of this nature. She had severe suppressed emotions. She was very nervous. In this case, I started with Staphylococcus aureus, and after that, Ignatia. Alternately, Ignatia and Staphylococcus aureus gave much relief to the patient, and finally, the indicated medicine, I don't remember at present, that case is not before me, so I can't tell you the exact medicine which was indicated. But I remember that you started with these two medicines, I got great relief because the cause was disease began in the womb. Uh, you must be remembering Mahabharata incidents that the person, the son of this Arjun, was listening in the womb how to enter in the ring of the this Dushman. I remember this thing here. More?
Okay, sir. There is one more case there. Can I ask, sir?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, there is only one question is there actually. Where it is, where it. Uh,
Could you help with Achilles heel, injured right leg after too much physical exertion? What kind of remedies can be useful?
What are the symptoms of the patient?
Please send me the symptoms of the patient, okay? Then some doctor was keep on asking the relationship of suppressed mental emotions with
Yes.
skin eruptions.
With the skin eruptions, found out medicine according to seeing the this symptoms of skin eruptions and match it with the symptoms of the suppressed emotion. I think you will get mostly natriumur, acid fast, or ignition.
Okay. Sir, can I give your number to many doctors are asking your number actually.
If you will give them my number, they will unnecessarily telephone me at
Okay,
when
sir.
I am busy.
Can I give your mail ID?
Uh, Mail ID you can give, and
Okay, sir. Okay.
I am ready. I again tell you, I am ready to help my brothers and sisters because my aim is that homeopathy, which can cure only chronic diseases, and by the grace of God, I have got this experience. I want to share it with all my brothers and sisters so that so many patients can be cured. I don't want my name. Others may cure and get result, and people may be helped. So you can
Okay.
call me sometime
Okay, sir.
later. I will
Okay.
come and reply your questions. Okay?
Okay. I think the questions are over now. Can we conclude, sir? It is 9:40.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
sir.
there
Okay,
is
sir.
no other symptom, you can conclude it and give
Yes,
them
sir.
ID and ask them. Please
Yes, sir.
ask your questions. You must be hearing me. You must be knowing me that I am a true homeopath. I need symptoms. I don't need name of the disease. Don't say you are suffering from fibroid. You tell me that she is suffering from fibroid, but fibroid will not indicate any medicine. I want symptoms, and those symptoms, when given to me, I can prescribe you the medicine. Okay?
Okay, sir. So I like to express our sincere thanks to Dr. Sanglu, sir, for
Thank
giving an
you, thank you, thank you, thank
this insight into this totality of symptoms and the keynote
you.
and the idea of prescription, not with this name of disease like that,
Yeah,
and shared
yeah.
so many of this is personal experiences. On behalf of IHMA Kerala State, I am giving you sincere thanks to you, sir. We
Hmm.
expect more from you, and good night, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Good night.